Welcome to this scrumptious episode of the Keto Vegan. I'm Rach, I am your host. A couple of episodes ago, I said about this wonderful mushroom chili up in Edinburgh, and I made it when I got home a couple of weeks ago, and I've just made it again. And this time I thought I'd share the joy and the magic with you. So I've recorded this episode at less than 2 grams of carbs per portion. Small portions, because if you're keto and you're intermittent fasting, then you're not going to want to have loads and loads of food. You might want to double up the portion, depends on your appetite. But you cannot go wrong with less than 2 grams of carbs per little meal. Absolutely perfect. How do you do it? You go and pick a couple of chilies from the plant that you bought from B&M. It's a sweet chili plant, so they're not really, really flipping hot like they usually are. And I picked three. I chopped those up finely. Now, this time I didn't use scissors because I thought if they're not going to be that hot, it will be fine. And it was fine. They weren't that hot. Tastes good though. You put them in the bottom with hot oil of a big pan because all the mushrooms are going to be really big when you put them in and then they shrink down, as you will see. You heat the oil, start frying the chilies. You then add garlic puree to go with the garlic oil. Why not? You add chili puree as well and some of the pre-chopped chilies that I get from a jar. You can see those on my selection of ingredients. I then added Vivera pretend bacon. Now, I thought I've been doing a bit of research around which is the lowest carb proteins, and Vivera comes up trumps nearly every time. Apart from there's lots of things I don't like the taste of. So I picked up a pack of the bacon and a pack of the mince, and the mince looks incredibly unappetizing, as you can see in the picture. You might think it looks okay, but the carb counts on these are really low. And in fact, the bacon carb count is 0.1 gram less than the mince carb count. You can see the carb counts there. So the Vivera bacon bits, they don't look like bacon at all, but they do taste good, is 1.8 grams per 100 grams. The mince is 1.9 grams per 100 grams. So there's 0.1 of a gram in it. Oh my God, how exciting. So we're talking less than 2 grams of carbs per 100 grams. And the pack itself is 220 grams. So that is a total into the whole thing of 4.18 grams in the whole pan. That's great. And I split it up into 15 portions. Even better. Once I'd stirred up the flavors into the Vivera bacon, I then added loads of smoked paprika. I love smoked paprika, especially the sweet one. That goes in just about everything. Then half a tube of tomato puree because I wanted the richness and the thickness of the sauce. Now, tomato puree is the highest carb thing in this whole dish. Tomato puree is 15.3 grams of carbs per 100 grams. Now, a whole tube is 200 grams, and I used half the tube. So that is high carb, isn't it? So you might decide you don't like tomato puree and you decide not to put it in. I wanted to put it in because I wanted the end result to be thick and not too runny, nice and thick sauciness. Okay, so that was the next thing that went in. Give that a good old stir, making sure it's nicely cooking. Then add 4 bags of partly defrosted, because I got them out a couple of hours before, frozen sliced mushrooms. Now, these are 0.3 grams of carbs per 100 grams. That was 2 kilograms of mushrooms in there. So the total amount of carbs that came from the mushrooms, can you work it out? 0.3 grams per 100, 2 kilograms. That is 6 grams of carbs. Yeah, I know. I was looking at my sums that I've just done over there. That is 6 grams of carbs in the whole thing from 2 kilograms of mushrooms. Mushrooms are amazing. And I'm talking about the ones that we eat in dinners. I'm not saying anything about the other kinds of mushrooms. So that's all in there. Oh, I forgot to say about adding the liquid smoke. Add the liquid smoke to once the Vivera is cooking, you've got the smoked turmeric in there as well. Then lots and lots of liquid smoke. You can get that on Amazon or somewhere else. Some stores, some specialist stores sell it as well. Nice smoky flavors coming out. So you put it in and then you stir it up. Don't put the lid on because there's going to be so much liquid coming out of the mushrooms that you don't want it then adding more and more liquid because you've got the lid on the pan. Turn down the heat. Make sure you've got a pan that's not going to stick. Cook it. Check it after half an hour. Stir it up. Keep stirring it every now and again. So just to make sure it's not sticking. Keep it simmering. Check it again in half an hour. Keep it simmering. Check it again in another half an hour. Keep it simmering and wait and keep going until it looks lovely and I don't know what the word is. Like it's not too runny. Most of the liquids simmered off, and it's a really nice, thick kind of chili. And I couldn't resist it. I had a couple of portions after I made it. It was so, so yummy. I love it. What protein will you put in yours? Have you got Vivera? They are so good with the carb count. Make sure you've got enough fat in there, and you might want to serve it with some avocado, perhaps, because that's a really lovely high. Maybe some slices of avocado on the side. Maybe, depending how hot you make it, you might want some mayonnaise on top. That's more fat as well. Absolutely fabulous mushroom chili. This is going to be my go-to going forward. Make my mushrooms the base and then add a bit of the protein because we need the protein. I might even try that disgusting looking Vivera mince. Sorry, Vivera, it just doesn't look palatable. I might make it and chuck loads of red wine in it. That might be nice, but don't judge too soon. It might be okay. I hope you make this mushroom chili. It's so lovely. If you've got people going round, do various heats. You could always just do a nice kind of mild one and then get some really hot chili sauce to put on it for those people that like a real kick to it, or you might not do. Next episode, I am going to, well, I'm going to do some more cooking because my freezer's nearly empty. I've got some Thai peanut chili in there. No, Thai peanut satay curry in there, which I don't like. I need to change the recipe for that. I've got the chili now, and that's about it. Next episode, I am going to do a new version of roasted vegetables and protein. Have a look at that with the flavors that I put with that. I'm also I bought a couple of celeriacs when I went shopping last. I'm going to use some celeriac in that roasted vegetables, and I'm going to make a celeriac burger slaw as well with my new food processor. So that's coming up. And of course, if I find anything that pisses me off, I am going to talk about that in another episode very, very soon. Tune in if you enjoyed this and found it helpful. Share with friends. Hit follow or subscribe. I'd really love it if you could do that. See you next time.